want to do. Get it to your skilled players in space, and Booker T has a lot of them, and let them make plays.
And now it's Mark Walton's turn to try to show some skills. Mark Walton, the junior running back for Booker T. Washington, going the distance, touchdown. That's a way to respond. 67 yards for Booker T's Mark Walton.
And we talked about his speed in the open, and you see it there. Tim Harris Jr. said he doesn't have great track speed, but he's got football speed, and boy, we saw it there. And I tell you what, watch the blocking up front, and very similar to the plays Oscar Smith was running. Good cut there on the safety, cuts back, and just, there's no angle, you can't catch him. And that's what Richard Morgan was worried about. He was worried about the speed of Booker T. Washington. He wanted his defenders to have leverage in the secondary, get those angles. A big breakdown there. And I guess Booker T. Washington answered my question because they answered the call.
I would say so. They also go 80 yards in their opening drive. It was a Simmons pushed him out, but not till he got 12 yards on that play. And now diving down to the 30-yard line. Our #1 ranked player, the ESPN 300, Josh Sweat, had the last tackle. They go back to Walton, stood up this time after a short game, but that's all they need to get in, which he did. So it's now 1st and goal. Mark Walton, and gets back inside the 10 on a 1st down carry. Coming into this game, Richard Morgan, head coach for Oscar Smith, told us this week, 3rd down and goal now for Booker T inside the 10. Alexander has time, fires, it's caught, it's a touchdown, Mark Walton. And Booker T. Washington has taken the lead, 13-7.
And Walton redeemed himself right there, dropped the pass earlier, comes back, make sure he holds on to that one, and Maurice Alexander again throws an absolute strike. You're gonna see empty set, no backfield, 5 wides out Walton. That's just a mismatch when you have a skill player on a linebacker in space, runs the out pass.
The last drive for Booker T. Washington, they had 6 plays, 40 yards, and 1 minute and 39 seconds for the touchdown to Mark Walton, who just made the carry right there for a first in the ESPN rankings. Not much for Walton here on 2nd down and inching. 1st down and goal, Walton. Touchdown. Mark Walton comes up with a score, 2 in a row for him, and it is now 20-7, Booker T. Washington.
And you really like the mix of pass and run on that drive by Booker T. Washington. Coach Tim Harris Jr. calls the offensive plays. Nice job there. And I really like how they spread it around to their wide receivers and to Walton. And really,
Booker T has the ability, though, to get up the field quickly. From the 30, again, Walton spinning, staying on his feet, getting to the outside. Mark Walton and at midfield. Just like that, 1st down, and this drive's going to continue. Clock stops at 43 seconds to go in the half.
Let me tell you something. That's one of the best 20-yard runs you'll ever see. Vision, balance. I love how he stayed on his feet and kept moving forward. Good pad leverage, got low. That's a nice run by Mark Walton. Receiver position, what I like there is how he catches the ball with his hands.
And now the other side, Mark Walton for Booker T. Washington, coming back in a big way right from the start.
Yeah, that was the answer for Oscar Smith. Good blocking up front. Walton takes it to the house, 67 yards. And here again, that was a 20. Shaquille Green, Vaquan Smalls, a lot of targets from Maurice Alexander.
They go to the ground to Walton, and he picks up the 1st down across the 30. Callaway is now over 100 yards receiving tonight with 101, so he's done 6 straight completions, stopped by that last one right there by Alexander, a little bit too strong that time. Here's Walton again, stood up after just a yard. TJ Green tripped him up initially.
Gets the 1st down.
And again, Booker T wasting no time. They go back to the ground here to Walton. He gets shoved back. Their scoring drives have averaged 1 minute and 15. Now 1st and 15 for Booker T. Washington. Walton. And gets to the edge. Going to pick up some positive yards, but nice job by Oscar Smith to kind of force him.
Since he's been in the 9th grade.
Well, they go back to the ground to Mark Walton. Booker T. Washington leading comfortably by 20 with the ball now up to the
time. It was Darius Scott.
And they go back to the ground now to Walton, doing a nice job of mixing it up here is Booker T. Washington. He gets down close to the 35-yard line. TJ Green, another tackle for Oscar Smith, but it's another first down. Look at how fast Booker T. Washington moves.
And when you start spreading the field with big plays, passing it around, stretching the field vertical, it softens defenses up, and running backs can take advantage of that, as Mark Walton is doing.
Walton again. And gets down to the 31-yard line inside the 32. Close.
Move down the ball field.
Back to Walton. To the outside, run out at the 20-yard line.
And of course, just as I say that, Walton doesn't cut it back, takes it out. But
well, yeah, but I mean, it's been a great combination, a great mix tonight. I mean, you got to like the play calling. I mean, I think Alexander, like you had said earlier, but the way that he gets it out so quick.